Things on the Fat Controller's railway were very hectic. Gordon, Henry, and James had been shut up in the sheds after they went on strike. Percy ran the branch line, while Thomas and Edward helped on the main. They worked the line alone at first, but the Fat Controller quickly brought in engines from the mainland. These engines slept at the sheds with the other big engines.
It serves you right. No big engines should be afraid of hard work.
Henry and James felt silly, but Gordon remained firm. It's disgraceful. We shouldn't be talked to with such disrespect. The nerve of these engines! Let me tell you...
But this is all our fault. We shouldn't have been so brash.
Oh, so now you're telling me you would have preferred to do the shunting?
If it means not being left to sit here forever, then yes. Tank engine work is better than no work at all. Besides, no one can see my paintwork from here.
As Henry and James drifted off to sleep, Gordon thought about what he'd say to them the next morning. But he didn't get to say anything.
Take a photo of me, Edward?
Maybe so.
But they'd much prefer one of us. We're not like you common folk.
Oh, the rail enthusiasts. They've come to take pictures of the railway for a magazine article. Shame you won't be in it. You're cooped up here.
Yes, thank you for the reminder. The three big engines watched enviously as the others puffed cheerfully away to fetch their train. They wished they could be in the pictures too.
Perhaps they'll come to the sheds.
Maybe they'll ask specially for us. They'll more likely just laugh at us. It's all the Fat Controller's fault. He shouldn't have...
Oh, shut it already. We're all tired of your rambling.
It felt like ages before midday struck. The other two have a lot of nerve backing up like that, leaving me to fend for myself. They don't say anything when the others try to insult me. It's not right at all.
Talk with that.
What? The yard manager? Must be pretty important if the Fat Controller's talking to him directly.
Aye. Probably something to do with the engine crisis. At least he'll be stuck in Hattie's office for a while. Saves us the bother of talking to him.
Excuse me. I need to be taken out to the yard straight away.
I thought you were meant to be staying here in the shed.
Yes, well, the Fat Controller has said otherwise. He gave orders to put me in the yard. For everyone to see. Just for an hour. Not long at all.
Well, we can't go check with Robert Topham. We'd better just take his word for it.
Agreed.
No one to know. No one to know. Remember, come back in an hour. Ooh, this is clever. No one suspects a thing. Gordon sat proudly in the yard. Other engines eyed him in confusion as they passed. But whenever they questioned Gordon, he would just tell them his lie.
You better not be up to something, Gordon. If you've been lying to everyone, I guarantee someone will find out.
My dear Edward, I would never play a trick on my colleagues. I'm an engine of my word. Soon an hour had passed, and Gordon returned to the sheds. No one to know.
Are you sure, Matthew?
Very sure, Hugh. The Fat Controller said he's meant to stay in the shed, and yet our photos show otherwise.
Maybe we should tell someone.
I reckon you're right, George. Come on, the yard manager's probably out by now. He'll want a good look at this.
Gordon! Gordon! Wake up, you stupid great engine!
Oh, evening, sir. What brings you here?
Well, I've had a wonderful visit from these lads about their photographs. They've taken a few very interesting ones.
Oh, really? What are they of?
See for yourself.
We took this one a few hours ago. We weren't expecting you to be there.
Neither was I. I have had a word with the crews, and a pair of them said that you told them to take you out. I'd be keen to know when the Fat Controller gave you those orders.
Yes, you see, gentlemen, I beg you, please don't tell the Fat Controller.
Right. We'll make a deal with you, Gordon. If you stop grumbling about fetching around trains, and, if you need to in future, do it without fuss, I won't say a word to the Fat Controller. How's that?
Fine.
Good. Now then, you boys best be off. Thanks for the help.
Well, well, well. I didn't think you'd be one for telling whoppers, Gordon.
Good thing they caught you red-handed. You would have gotten away with it otherwise. The yard manager kept his word. The Fat Controller soon let the big engines out, and never found out about Gordon's outing. Henry and James, however, joked about it for ages. Much to their relief, Gordon kept very quiet. He didn't dare mention anything about photographs, and he certainly didn't complain about shunting his trains.
I thought you'd be non-stop moaning. Edward said you hated shunting.
Or does he?
But he can't say that anymore. Otherwise his little secret will be revealed. Of course, Gordon's silence only lasted a short while, and he soon went back to grumbling about shunting. But whenever he did, he always made sure that the yard manager wasn't there to hear him.